Welcome everybody to Mike Dub 27 Trading. And today we're going to take a look at the rise and the fall of Lucid. I was a Lucid guy just like everybody else, but it doesn't look like it's getting any better for him. See right here, they're trying. It's at 217. It's dropped substantially. Used to be at 234. Even hit 250 and 260 at one point in time. But how the mighty have fallen. It's one of those situations where they created a good product, but the infrastructure just wasn't there. And sometimes that's all it takes, just not having the infrastructure. It's trying to do a pullback, but of course, all we all know that the shorts are going to take this out, and it's going to drop it right back down to where it's at. Matter of fact, towards the end of this video, we're going to come back and look at it. Remember this: 217, 218. I'm telling you, when I come back to this video, it's probably going to be in the same. Well, this stock is going to be in the same exact place. Now, the crazy thing about it is, it's actually not a cheap stock when you look at the overall market cap, 6.58 billion. The fact of the matter is that they owe so much money and they have to pay so much money out to build the vehicles as well as to, get them out to people. Today's low is 206. Today's high, 235. Obviously, it's already dropped. Even with a volume of 47.34 million, it still doesn't help. Right here, Tesla's deliveries disappointed again, coming in way below street estimates. And it talks about Elon Musk and all of that stuff. But yet, Tesla's still outdoing Lucid. Why? Because Tesla has an infrastructure and Lucid doesn't. Let's look at Tesla stock real quick. Worth $247.46 a share. And it's pulling up. Market cap, $795.92 billion. Value, 74.73 million. Retail traders made their biggest buys of the U.S. stocks in a decade during the S&P 500's worst day since 2020. So even though the S&P 500 is doing terrible, people would rather spend their money on Tesla stock than Lucid. They're saying the fair value for a Tesla stock is $250. It gets 3 out of 5 stars. Of course, we already know about the estimate, about the earnings report. It's at 246 right now. So that's just them saying that it's about $4 off from where it's supposed to be. Let's look at the hedge funds. Even with the sales, doesn't matter. They're still winning. Why? Because you got $1 million buys. You understand that? Let's look at the insider sales and purchases. Director James Murdoch. You know who James Murdoch is. And just bought up 531,787 shares. That was last month. He spent $12,992,693 on that. Now let's go back to Lucid. It's all humble. It's 6.58 billion. You look at insiders, sell. Even the buy is cheap. Bought a little 2 million shares. Let's look at the hedge funds. Open position, open position, open position, open position. One buy. The buy was good. Don't get me wrong, but that's because they're partners. That's from the Saudi Arabians. So that's just buying into your own interest. You still have an equal amount of sales as you do buys when it comes to the this particular stock. If anything, more people are holding than anything. So the money's not really moving, it's just there. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that, what I tell you, it's still in the same area. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, they're in the red, and they really don't know what direction they're going to go. They're already talking about taking out loans so they can continue moving forward. You know what that means? That means if they don't take out loans, they're going bankrupt. That's what that means. They don't take out loans, they're going bankrupt. Like I said, I like Lucid just like the next person, but it doesn't seem like it's working out for him. Look at that. Right back to 217. So that's that. Now, one stock that I'm looking at I think is pretty cool is I Am Gold. It's just something you can go ahead and maybe invest in if you're tired of Lucid's shenanigans. I Am Gold is at just dropped to 572, and it averages 620, 630, 640, 650. Oh, let me go back over there. But not only that, has a smaller market cap than Lucid at 3.23 billion, smaller value at 6 million. But look at this. I Am Gold price target raised to $15 from $13.50 at National Bank. So they're actually making money. And of course, it's obvious because it's a gold mining company, but still, I don't see Lucid doing that. And then we got this news right here. I Am Gold files technical report for Neligen gold product. So let's take a look at that. Neligen gold product. What's going on here? I Am Gold files a technical report for Neligen gold project. On April the 3rd, 2025, I Am Gold Corporation announced the filing of a technical report of the Neligen Gold Project in Quebec. The report, prepared by SLR Consulting, follows the company's announcement on February 20th, 2025, regarding a significant increase in Neligen's gold ounces and an update on global minerals reserves and resources. This filing is expected to bolster I Am Gold's industry positioning by highlighting the potential of Neligen project, thereby impacting stakeholders positively. You see that? That's called having the infrastructure already in place before you even announce it. This is going down back in February the 20th. And now it's just becoming a big thing because the infrastructure was there. Issue with Lucid is they tried to put the carriage in front of the horse instead of allowing the horse to pull the carriage. So now they got a good product, but they don't even know how to push it forward. And that's the issue. Look at this. I Am Gold making money right now. That easy. Lucid couldn't do this right now if they wanted to. Matter of fact, let's go back to Lucid and see if it's gone up yet. Oh, it hit 219. Well, whoop-de-doo. It'll be back at 217 in no time. Yeah, look at that. Look at the MACD. It's all red and stuff. The shorts will be coming in no time. they'll make sure that Lucid doesn't get too high. But yep, so that's where we're at with that. But good thing we got good stocks like IM Gold here, and even XRP. Look at that. XRP is going through the roof. You know why? Because it has good leadership. And because it has good leadership, it's able to get things done. Let me find some information about this. Look at that. Bitcoin consolidates, but XRP may have topped. What's driving the diversion? On chain analytics forum Glassnode has highlighted an important diversion between Bitcoin and XRP. And I noticed this earlier. Earlier this year, it seemed like XRP was doing something different from Bitcoin, which is good because that means next time Bitcoin does a crazy drop, XRP will not be affected. Why? Because it has its own, it's getting its own trust. Well, that's what they're trying to do, create that XRP ETF. And once that happens, XRP can stand alone. XRP doesn't want to be little brother anymore. And that's why they keep on moving how they want to move. And it's funny because you see XRP moving up like it is right now. Now let's go look at Bitcoin. It's barely surviving. Earlier this morning, it was at 84,506. Now it's 83,403. Just because it's tilting upward like this doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's struggling over there. Meanwhile, XRP is standing in all its splendor, accomplishing its hopes and dreams. Which that's how it's supposed to be. Look at IM Gold, still growing. Still growing like a big dog it knows it is. But yep, so I'm giving up on Lucid. It was a good run, but they got to get their stuff together. Let me see what this is right here. Yeah, this was a mistake. Let me go ahead and sell this. They're not doing anything. Let me hit that real quick. Sell the amount. 326. Put the decimal in there. There we go. We don't deal with losers over here. All right. Let me see if that updated. I'll take care of that later. But yep. So that's where we're at right now. Officially giving up on Lucid, and we're moving on to bigger and better things. All right. So everybody have a nice day, and don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Mike Dub 27 Traders, and I'm out. Deuces.